set up his team for success. I think, again, Bleed, they've got a lot of issues that apparently going into the major have not been sorted out. So maybe I'm hoping they prove us wrong, but EG is a very hungry team. We've seen teams pushed with their backs against the wall in their last few games in groups kind of rallying. And I'm sure EG, at the same time, Pakas can't really chase down to Doom. Perhaps once Panda hits his own level 3 timing, that's where that opens up a little bit more. And chase down, has the blood grenade, has a bit of a spell shield with the cogs, and can look for some aggression, but has to respect this early output.
Yeah, certainly so. Panda taking a fair bit of damage is going to go down. First even mid lane matchup thus far. Corden very slightly ahead. Now, all lanes seem like they're set to be pretty passive between these two teams. Like you can't really imagine too much fighting with these drafts coming out during the laning stage. Maybe once the support rotations do come in by the 6-minute mark into the mid lane, you could see available on Dubu, so he should be able to get away with this, and he does. Double Wisdom Rune pick up from Bleed. Dubu probably going to die for this though. We'll get body blocked up by Whisper. He's still running, still buying himself a little bit of space, going back towards the Ancients now, hoping for a deny. Dubu almost gets it off, but not quite.
All here.
Top lane. Jackie going to be chased. Panda trying to break the gap here for the battery assault. Does eventually get. The team just never came in to try and help him either. No TPs to support the Deucer. Pakas!
And it's off.
DJ! He actually just fade bolts Pakas, who was very low in HP. He was fully agimorphed. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame.
Double. Yeah, and that's just such a weird position to push from. There's a TP point in the outpost. There's no respect for the response from Bleed here.
Panda now. The chase is on for the clockwork. Panda going to be lifted up, but not lifted back by DJ. Had you lifted him back, you may have just committed.
Pretty much able to do what it wants. Go almost into power treads. Panda.
Corden. Jumping in, Panda. It's being destroyed here by Corden. So he is completely out of mana now. Chris Luck's going to move in. No coil is available, but Corden needs to get to the low ground. Problem is the silence is making it very hard. Stubu tries to give him a chance, but Pakas does waveforms right through the storm. Secures the kill. That's a pretty big one. Like, you dived very deep for the clockwork kill, but you end up losing your life as the mid-storm, which doesn't feel very worthwhile for yourself.
No, and you feed that kill over to Pakas as well. So he catches up, he feels great in the Morphling. They start to group up for this mid push.
And here we go. Dubu being dived by EG. Not going to be able to survive the damage output from Whisper, I don't think. Is going to go down. Looking for more. DJ on the high ground is going to be able to TP out of there just thus far. Pakas. Disruption is there. Corden will be around to follow up. Pakas, he will get the strength morph in time. They will pop the demonic purge, but he does go for the TP out, and he's going to make it. Now, unless you can get that vortex instantaneously, it's never going to work, and you just can't. Dubu is going to drop. Corden's going to try and go for a run. Is completely out of mana. Hook shots off the mark, just a little bit short in range. EG are going to accept that bait, though hookshot is a little bit off the mark, landing on nothing. Jackie, forced to pop the stone gates, is halfway through the mana pool now. He does break the coil, the chase is still on. Jackie now dropping extremely low on mana. Needs some help ASAP. EG is still surrounding. Dubu trying to help the best he can, but Jackie's gone. Nobody else from Bleed was really there to do anything. DJ had nothing to throw out. So you've lost your Medusa again.
His Rubik has been on point. That is one thing that Bleed can always rely on. DJ kind of...
Got him. Black hole. They've got Corden. Oh, they're trying to save him with the hook shot of DJ. DJ at least does still black hole on the Rubik. So you do within this team fight as he does commit it now, finding 2 targets. But do you have the damage? Chris Luck does go down. DJ setting up beautifully on the Rubik. Matthew's going to try and get his way out. Looks like he is set to fall.
Oh.
Eventually. Maybe. Matthew? No, he gets the blink. TP away. Ooh, and they can't. You're nowhere near the axe timing of Pakaz yet. Like, he's just picking up the Lincolns now. It just doesn't feel like they need it with the amount of damage they have against this Medusa. Top lane, Cogs out, Ice, being pushed back towards the side of EG as Corden moves in, but Dream Coil is immediately catching out the Storm. Disruption will barely save Corden. But for how long? Corden's still trying on Panda. Another Cogs pushback.
The hell?
The Storm almost going. Jackie. Corden. Never mind him. DJ's the one to get jumped. Dream Coil is there, finding both supports in the back here from Chris Luck as the hook shot from Panda, getting 3 targets. It's a big Cogs out. Both supports already going down. Meanwhile, the Black Hole did catch Corden. The Storm is down. Jackie will at least TP in time, but they've lost 3. They're barely able to get the 4th out. They are moving their way in. Corden zipping onto the twin gates high ground. In goes Ice. They will leave the area. Roshan now half HP. Zippin is out. They've caught the clockwork. Well, that's going to be 1 down. Panda, he's already gone. In the meantime, Dubu forces to drop himself as he's dropping rather low. Chris Luck, however, he'll get caught by a Doom of Ice. So Chris Luck is gone. No buyback available here for the puck. They do lose Dubu in the end, and it still seems like Bleed are the ones that need to leave, because they are being chased by AG. Jackie may get caught. Whisper, he's caught in. Hookshot is out. Panda will lock him down, but Panda dropping low himself needs to leave. So Bleed, they will get their carry away, but Roshan is still... They move on to the high ground.
I think Dire's classification will work next.
Car's not going to give up anytime soon for sure.
Oh, and there.
We'll get a disruption. The morph, Pakar's not threatened by this at all. Just take out the illusions very, very easily. Jackie still just chipping away at the HP pull off Pakar's, but there's the morph into the Medusa. Bottom racks still going down. Picasso will focus down the creep wave instead. Doom is out from Ice. He has the eggs up. He does move in onto the puck, and they've got Chris locked down. A nice fight so far for Bleed as they'll move for more, but Picard's just going to hold the high ground. Hook shot out from Panda, landing onto Jackie, holding him in the cogs. Ice jumping back in, but now he's out of the Doom. The duration ends up expiring, so Picard can move back in along with Whisper. They've got the Doom down. Still not a bad trade for Bleed. They did find the puck, but the problem is Picard is the big issue, and he is not retreating. Waveform in again. DJ being targeted now. He'll need to back off a little bit. But there you go. Bottom racks is gone. Picard looks like he's just going to casually walk his way out of this. Doesn't really seem like they can punish him at all.
Doesn't feel that way. It's still a minute on the Aegis. They could gun for another.
To the mid lane they go. Cars will not stop anytime soon. Hit 3 tower gone. We'll go for more now. That looks like in the end. We'll just wait for him away. Play it safe. He was dropping a little bit low on the HP pool. Aegis only has 30 seconds left for a
have the slot for that. Even more damage coming out here from the Morphling. Just not too much to deal with him. The Shadow Demon Lucians are starting to get very annoying though. They find Matthew.
They do. Matthew gonna drop, just kind of leaving himself behind. Easy pick off for Bleed. They've got 1 racks left to protect here, Bleed. Like, it's a very tough situation for them to be in. You're just seeing the lack of answers here towards the Morphling this game. Like, at this point, what do you even do? Like, what are we farming for now? Jackie's trying for an MKB on the Dusa, which I suppose is, you know, a good way to get through the evasion of the Morphling with the butterfly. But even then, you still feel like you're just lacking any kind of answer towards the Morph. Like, you can hit him all you want. I don't know if Picard really cares.
Probably doesn't with his output right now. I think your actual key here is maybe just Dubu constantly getting out some good disruptions and then suddenly getting a clump up on the puck and Morphling where Ice 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 can get a massive double doom off. And that's the big one. You need to get a good usage out of it. Difficult once that doom's on top of you. So it's down to Ice. It's down to Dubu.
Bottom lane. Doom committed again because
Sacrifice.
what?
Yeah. Isn't that long and you have the threat of black hole here.
Players here.
Matthew getting a jump by DJ. Another nice set up here from the Rubik. Bottom there to follow up. Matthew. Not really anything he can do. We'll just be chased down and we'll get killed off. Big opening here for Bleed to try and cause as much damage as possible on the high ground of EG.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They will move in.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They have to respond though. Tier 4 shoved in from the wave. Can't
Do
commit.
Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Unfortunate. Nothing that they can do about this. Oh, Picard's Lincoln's broken. Jump in with the AoE turn. He is gone.
What's happening?
Let that middle tower fall?
He has buyback. He may need to commit it. He will. The Morphling come back into the fight as Panda. He's going to find a hook shot at least onto Dubu. DJ barely not dropping yet, but looks like he will drop soon. Meanwhile, Chris Luck barely able to get away is now the black hole. It's caught 2 targets. He's got Corden in that, but Corden, he's alive on the storm, surviving a little bit longer. The damage output from Jackie doing so much, but he's out of mana. Jackie's down. What a mess of a team fight between these two teams. So lose Ice 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 to boot. Buyback's being expended here from Bleed. Trying to get back in here. Roshan is available. This could be their last chance of this game.
This is all or nothing.
Looks like he's being surrounded. Ice 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 has the doom. Has not committed yet. Eventually will.
Let the world
See,
end
Smile
now.
is going to drop.
There's not
But
to
he
be.
does have buyback available.
Yeah, he's not in too much danger. Who did they pass the Ags on to? They're just giving it over to Chris Luck, perhaps? Looks like they might be. Was expecting maybe to both fight, but you don't want to lose the range of your
If you're
Morphling, I
looking for
suppose.
Radiant's bottom tower,
It's not the
better
best.
hurry.
A little bit of a shove coming out from Bleed. I mean, they've committed the buybacks. Top is constantly shoved in.
Jax
No
thinks
opportunity
Radiant's
for
bottom
mid
tower
push
is
just
about
yet
to
on
fall.
EG.
He's wrong.
But again, you're in a very awkward spot for Bleed where every time you leave your base, top is just so shoved in.
Radiant's bottom tower
Especially
is
with a
under
shard coming out from Whisper, that additional wolf that spawns in that wave sometimes.
attack. Did Radiant's
Just causes a
bottom
lot of
tower
issues. It's not the smoothest time for Bleed to try to capitalize on these buybacks. EG, they can just wait for that respawn on Chris.
Waiting for someone to show on the low ground. Producer illusion is not what they want. Oh, they jump in. Vortex out. They've caught the Morphling. Picard's already losing his first life. That's the Aegis down. Ice 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 now happily going to jump in with the AoE turn out, and Picard's is gone.
God.
What? Onto the puck they go. See Small gets caught. See Small's down. There's no buyback on Picard's. Matthew to drop to boot. 3 down and Bleed are marching through the mid lane. Bleed, they still have 25 seconds without this morph back up. Jump in again with the AoE too, but it does wear off. Ice still very healthy as Chris gonna move in onto the Rubik. DJ is gonna break the coil and die. And it seems like Bleed may need to escape the area. It is not looking very, very safe. C-Smile still hunting for more. Meanwhile, Corden can't even join them for this fight. He is just defending the base right now. And there's your Hex out. Dubu, get this TP cancelled. He will drop. And Panda was the one that made all that space. Because if Bleed, if they had that creep wave, this game may have just been over.
Did so much work. The fact that Corden couldn't find him as well means that he can come in for another wave while they're forced to respond to this aggression. Picard's back up. 1 Rax left to take. 1 tier 4 to take. No buybacks in your sports. No doom up for a few more seconds. That's an opening. EG, they still have the threat of black hole. Matthew still has his 8-second BKB. Finally have the Axe up as well on Whisper, so they can bite Picard's. Here we go.
And here we go. Wolf bite is there, Picard's. Moving in, that's the final lane of barracks. He's ripping right through the... Will kick in. Jackie gonna try his best to defend. It's now a big vortex caught. He found 2 targets. Hook shot from Panda onto the Medusa, holding him back. Jackie is just disarmed. He can't do anything right now. It will wear off, but there's the black hole. No, Matthew, he never know. He does get it off. He gets it off just in the nick of time. They could not kill him off. Corden still trying, but GG is called. Bleed, a nice attempt for game 1 to try and secure a comeback. Evil Genius is proving to be the better team here in game 1 though.